Well, welcome back to the 53rd Bloomfield Christmas Tournament. I'm Bill Hampton along with my sidekick, Rob Mayer, and we're going to be bringing you the Dexter Van Buren game. Tonight's game being brought to you by Three Rivers Community College, Lincoln Lacey Motors in Malden, that's north and south. Also New Wave Communications, Shelter Insurance, Brock Williams the agent, and First Midwest Bank. Folks, if you enjoy watching good high school basketball, you're enjoying this tournament, tell our sponsors how much you enjoy them bringing it. Rob, glad to have you sit in with us tonight.
Well, Bill, it's always a pleasure to see you. It's always a pleasure to be here in Bloomfield at the Christmas tournament. This is such a tradition in southeast Missouri, the Christmas tournament. And what's so neat about it, Bill, you see so many people here during the tournament. A lot of times you don't see during the year, so it gives you a chance to get updated on everybody and what's going on in their lives.
It's a homecoming.
That's exactly right.
Good crowd on hand for our fifth game of the day. In case you're just joining us, the way the games have gone is it was Bernie over East Carter 88-80 in the opening game. Portageville over Greenville 81-28. Kennett over Puxico 83-37, and the game just finished. Closest game of the day was Richland Rebels 64, the Malden Greenways 56. This game coming up, Dexter Bearcats come in with a record of 1-5, seeded fifth in the tournament, played a very tough early schedule in that SEMO conference. And then you've got the Van Buren Bulldogs with a 2-2 record coming in. And we expect a good ball game. You know, 5-12, a lot of times there's upsets galore there.
Well, this last game, Bill, that you telecast, the Richland-Malden game was a good game, and the Rebels came out there in the second half, pulled away. It took them a while to take the lead, and then at the end they stretched it out and defeated Malden. But it was a good game to watch. And of course, Dexter has only won one game, and as you mentioned, Van Buren has won two games. Not only does Dexter play a tough schedule, but you got to keep in mind, Bill, they have, I think, 3 kids that have played football. It takes a little while to make the transition from football to the basketball court. It really does. It's a different type of conditioning.
Well, we're looking forward to bringing you this game. Again, we're getting emails from all over. sports@yhctv.com. at sports@yhctv.com. If you want to email us, tell us how much you're enjoying the webcast or the telecast on the TV. All you got to do is get your computer out if you're on the TV and text or email us. And same way on the internet. Just take time to tell us how much you appreciate it. We enjoy bringing the game. We're ready for the starting lineups. The Van Buren Bulldogs come in. They're coached by Wayne Jessen and assisted by Mike Jessen and J.C. Hoagland. Van Buren has always been a surprise in this tournament in the 3 years or the 3 previous years that we brought this tournament to you. They come in, they hustle, they go hard. Stan Durham going to give the starting lineups to the crowd here today. Lonnie Hutchison, the scorekeeper. Producer on our game today, Greg Swartz. Our camera person is Krista Creasy. Number 3 for Van Buren is a 5'8 junior, Mike Duncan. Number 10 is Daniel Newberry. Number 12, Zane Betts, a 5'8 junior. Number 33, Sledge Crawley. He is a 5'10 senior. And number 50, a 6'3 sophomore, Cody Rector. That's Rector, Crawley, Betts, Newberry, and Duncan for the Van Buren Bulldogs. For the Dexter Bearcats, Rob Nichols, the coach, assisted by Sean Geithley. Number 3, a 5'10 senior, Brandon Stoker. Number 5, a 6'4 senior, Ryan Wyndham. Number 10, a 6' senior, Gary Summers. Number 21, a 6'5 junior, Alan Flanagan. And number 45, a 6'2 junior, Taylor Gerald. That's Gerald, Flanagan, Summers, Wyndham, and Stoker for the Bearcats. Well, we've got a good crowd, and I'm very happy to see this. I think the Bloomfield School Board administrators were concerned with us doing this live. A lot of people would stay home, watch it on TV. But like you said, there's nothing like coming to the game to see everybody. Plus, we get to see all the new outfits that everybody got for Christmas.
You bet, Bill. And of course, it's just a neat time right after Christmas. People, a lot of them have the day off. Of course, today's Saturday, and most of them are off. So it's a great time. It's not only an athletic event, but a social event as Dexter wins the tip and Stoker has the basketball.
We're off and running in the 5th game of 8 in the first day of the Bloomfield Christmas Tournament. Summers has it over to Stoker. Van Buren in a 2-1-2 zone.
Down be interesting to see how the Bearcats handle this zone. I know Flanagan has been a good scorer for them inside as Summers slashes into the lane and knocks down 2.
Gary Summers with the first bucket by either team. 7.5 minutes to go. 2-0. Bearcats on top. Bearcats in a half-court trap. 3 that time, put up by Duncan, would not go. Ball ran down by the Van Buren Bulldogs. Newberry has the ball. He's being guarded by Stoker. Dexter in a man-to-man.
Ball's
off.
kicked out and looks like it was out of bounds. Last touch by Wyndham. Both these teams coming out playing with a lot of passion, a lot of intensity early, Bill.
Well, the Green Wave may have given some of these lower-seeded teams a little hope. Newberry with 3 will not go. Summers with a rebound. So far, it's been the summer show for the Bearcats.
The Bearcats work against this zone, and I think we'll see a lot of that. Flanagan being double-teamed as Summers attempts the 3 and doesn't draw iron. It goes out of bounds and be Van Buren's basketball. They tell me, Bill, that Flanagan has seen a lot of double and even triple teams early in the season.
He had a lot of he played with a team in St. Louis during the summer and played a lot of basketball, has improved his vertical jump, and you're going to see a lot of Alan Flanagan.
Zane Betts to the basket, gets the bucket, and he got fouled.
Nice drive by Betts. Had enough presence of mind to put the ball up. Foul on Taylor Jarrell, first foul of the game by either team. Betts' free throw will not go. Rebounded on the floor by Wyndham. Wyndham working against Duncan. Gets the ball down to Stoker. Out to Flanagan with top of the key for 3. Will not go. Rebounded by Rector.
Rector's a good-sized young man. Ripped that rebound down with authority. Kicked it out. And now the Bearcats pick up at half court man-to-man. Well, look, wait a minute, Bill.
Now they're going back to a zone.
Yeah, looks.
Well, now they're going back to man.
I think it's a man-to-man.
I bet Coach Nichols wants to watch this game to see how bad we call the defense. Good takeaway by Ryan Wyndham. Down the floor, kicks it to Summers. Summers brings it back out, gets it down to Stoker for 3. Puts it up short. Rebounded off of Rector's hands of the Bulldogs. Turned over to the Bearcats. John Bowman checking in for Taylor Jarrell. Bowman known for his three-point shooting.
Yeah, I thought that was a good decision on Summers just a few seconds ago to bring the ball back out and set up the offense for Dexter.
Ball out to Bowman. Gets it to Stoker. Stoker drives in, a running layup. Can't get the roll. Flanagan the rebound, puts it back, scores it.
Adam Flanagan with the offensive rebound and goes up strong, knocks it off the glass, comes up with another 2 points.
Alan Flanagan, his first basket. Dexter up 4-2.
There's a steal by Wyndham.
Ball knocked out of his hands. Duncan picks up the loose ball quickly down to Newberry. Newberry works the baseline. Bowman going to be called for the hooking foul. John Bowman, his first foul, second team foul on the Bearcats. 5:18 to go in the first quarter, 4-2. Dexter on top.
Yeah, Newberry went to the baseline, and Bowman didn't get over there and position himself and caught him with the hip and picked up his first foul of the night.
It's a good stutter step by Newberry. Rector with a shot, put it up. Flanagan with a block. Loose ball picked up by Crawley, who scores it. 4-4. Flanagan with a short jumper, scores it.
Tell you what, Allen Smooth, whether he's down low inside fighting against the big men or whether he's outside shooting those jump shots.
That's a good move. Three-pointer put up that time by Betts, will not go. Rebounded by Bowman on the floor, but he stepped out of bounds.
Looks like the Bearcats going to have a substitution into the game. Number 11.
Brent Hester in for Summers.
Comes in.
Van Buren inbounds under their own basket. Bounce pass out. to Duncan. He's driving, gets the ball out to Newberry. Newberry to Betts. Oh, a nice reverse by Betts.
Yeah, he went to baseline, and the Bearcats have given that up the last couple of times. Van Buren's been on the offensive end of the basketball. And that time, Betts with a nice driving shot ties it at 6.
Stoker with a runner, will not go. Bowman with the rebound, has it knocked out of his hands on the floor, picked up by Hester. Hester takes it back out to the key. Bowman for a long 3, will not go. Rebounded by Flanagan, he puts it up, scores it.
Wow.
Alan Flanagan with 6 1/4.
Another big offensive rebound, and he stuck it back in and puts the Bearcats up by a couple. And now Wyndham takes it away from Crowley.
Hester in the corner for 3, short. Rebounded by Rector of the Bulldogs. Newberry will take it up the floor. 8-6, 3:40 to go in the first quarter. Bearcats on top of the Bulldogs.
Neither team really shooting the eyes out of the basket at this point.
Not yet. Crawley drives and tried to pass off to Rector. Ball tipped out. Stoker takes it the length of the floor, puts it up, will not go. Bowman trying to put it back at it, knocked out of his hands. Stoker puts it back, scores it. Brandon Stoker, his first basket. 10-6. Bearcats on top of the Bulldogs with 3:18 to go in the first quarter. We got a timeout on the floor, and we'll take it to hear from one of our sponsors. Well, welcome back. The sports show will not be seen this Saturday, which is today, due to the tournament, but catch Tyler Wagner and special guests next week, 10 a.m. It's really a good show. I think you'll enjoy it. He has coaches, officials, players, and sports enthusiasts in. Got a great show going there on YHC. We also stream that on yhctv.com. Rob, good ball game.
It is a good ball game. Both these teams playing very hard with a lot of intensity. And now the Bearcats put up some 3/4 of a court pressure.
Rector with the ball, gets it down in the corner to Newberry. Newberry with a drive, pulls it up, gets it back to Rector. Rector inside, pump fake, puts it up, scores it.
Nice job that time by Rector. He had Flanagan looking at him right in the face.
Sure did.
And he was able to arch that ball up a little higher off the backboard and scored. Nice job by Cody Rector.
Hester with the ball on the wing for the Bearcats. Down in the corner to Bowman. A quick release for 3. Scores it. John Bowman, his first basket of the game.
Tell you what, John's got that ability to hit that 3, and if he gets hot, he can really make the difference in a basketball game.
He can bring that zone out real quick. We've had 5 lead changes already in this game. Shot put up that time by Betts, but he's fouled. Betts will go the line to shoot 2. He's 0 for 1 from the line. Foul's going to be on Ryan Wyndham, his first, team's third. First one up, short. Gerald back in for the Bearcats. Going out is Wyndham. 2:29 to go in this opening quarter. Second one will not go. Rebounded by Flanagan. Flanagan to Hester. Quickly down the sideline to Stoker. Stoker inside to Gerald. Gerald with a quick move, puts it up, scores it. Nice inlet pass that time.
Down here on the other end, Stoker gets his hands in there and creates a jump ball. And we got
with
the
Van
alternating
Buren.
possession arrow stays with Van Buren.
Yep. Summers in for Stoker for the Bearcats. Bearcats in a 2-2-1 zone press. Bloomfield Wildcats made that popular back when I was in school, Rob, before you were born. Yes.
Actually, the Wildcats had some outstanding teams there about, what, 64, 65, 66?
66. We played Bloomfield in the regional tournament, semifinal regional tournament back then. I held Mike Wise to 24 in the first half.
Well, you did well, Bill.
First half, yeah.
They had an outstanding ball club. I think the Underwood guys were on that team.
Great players.
Oh, there's a great pass.
Yeah. Rector with a reverse, gets it down. Cody Rector with 4 1/4. 15-10, Bearcats on top of 5 with 1:45 to go in the opening quarter. Bowman gets the ball to Gerald. Ball passed over the head of Bowman. Betts has it, has a ball stripped by Gerald, or by, that was by Hester. I was watching the play instead of the names.
Got a little ragged there for just a few moments. Ball was loose, kids on the floor scrambling for it. Taylor Gerald comes out of there with a tough rebound in traffic.
Foul goes against Mike Duncan of the Bulldogs. First foul on Van Buren. Summers brings the ball up the court. Gets it to Bryn Hester. Back to Summers, down in the corner to Bowman for 3. Write it down. John Bowman has found that loose board in the corners.
Yeah, it's his second one of the night. And as I mentioned, if he can get hot out there beyond the three-point arc, he can fill it up in a hurry.
Well, he's made a bucket on each, or a 3 on each side of the lane there. Good ball movement by the Bulldogs. Shot put up by Duncan for 3, will not go. Bowman gets the rebound on the floor, and Dexter comes away with it. Summers tries to hit Hester on the fly, but taken away by Crawley. Crawley goes in, dumps off to Betts. Betts puts it up, will not go. Gerald with the rebound for the Bearcats. 40 seconds left into the first quarter. Action is picked up. Hester with the ball. Skips it all the way over to Bowman for 3. Will not go this time. Ball tipped out of bounds by Hester. Van Buren will control the ball on their defensive end. Newberry in for Sledge Crawley. Also coming in for the Bearcats is Klaus and Ryan Wyndham back in.
I haven't seen Van Buren play yet this year, but I'm wondering whether they have much depth off the bench. They brought one guy in off the bench, number 20, Robertson. So be interesting to see how their stamina holds out.
Rector skips the ball over to Newberry. Newberry in the corner. Down to Betts. Betts looks for somebody to pass to out front to Newberry. Down to 15 seconds. Plenty of time for the Bulldogs. Betts looks inside. Stops. Throws it over to Crawley. Crawley from this corner. Puts it up for 3.
Nice touch by Sledge Crawley.
18-13. 1 second to go. Summers puts the shot up at the horn. Will not go to the end of the first quarter. Dexter on top of Van Buren. 18-13. We'll be back in just a minute.
So you're wondering what's the better deal, cable or the dish? Well, let's see how they size up. The dish has no local office, no ability to provide their own high-speed internet or phone for bundled savings, and can require a 2-year contract with hefty early termination fees. Cable, on the other hand, has local offices, its own high-speed internet, and phone services with a lot of great features. New Wave Communications, there really is no better choice.
Well, welcome back. First quarter scoring went like this for the Bearcats. Bowman with 2 threes gives him 6 points. Alan Flanagan with 6. 2 each to Taylor Gerald, Gary Summers, Jake, and Brandon Stoker. 1 foul each to Ryan Wyndham, John Bowman, and Taylor Gerald. For the Van Buren Bulldogs, 5 points to Sledge Crawley. He had a 3 there. Betts had 4 points, and Cody Rector with 4. Van Buren 0 for 3 from the line. Dexter's not shot a free throw. Foul-wise, only 1 foul on Van Buren, and that is to Mike Duncan. Dexter will start the second quarter with the ball as Ryan Wyndham will inbound. Summers has the ball, gets it back to Stoker, down in the corner to Wyndham, inside to Flanagan, turnaround jumper will not go. Rebounded by Crawley of the Bulldogs. He gets it to Newberry. Newberry working against Wyndham. We've got a foul on Wyndham, is a push foul. That's his second foul, team's 4th.
Wyndham's one of those young men, Bill, that played on the football team, did a great job
Oh, he
as
did.
a wide receiver, trying to get himself back into shape for basketball.
You got Summers, you got Gerald. Oh, nice pick that time to free Crawley, and great pass.
Got a foul.
Wow, good play off the inbounds by the Van Buren Bulldogs. As Crowley was fouled as he put the shot up, he'll go to the line to try to convert on the 3-point play. Foul that time on Taylor Gerald, his second, team's 5th.
Yeah, you got to like Van Buren and their intensity and The way they play, they really get after it.
They have done that ever since I've been calling this tournament. They just come with a different air.
Look at
about
that, an offensive rebound off a missed free throw.
Rector puts it back and scores it. Rector was 6 in a game, 18-17. Van Buren cuts it to lead to 1. Jarrow with the lead, puts it up, scores it.
Bearcats didn't have any problems with that full court press.
Well, they've seen enough of it in their first 6 games.
Sure have.
They've really played a tough schedule. They come in the tournament 1 win, 5 losses. They beat a very tough Jackson team who had beat them the week before over at the SEMO Conference Tournament. Go up to Jackson. Jackson's home opener in their new gym, and Dexter comes away with a 2-point victory. Betts with a drive in the lane, leans in. We're going to have a foul on the floor. Foul on the floor.
That was a good job by Betts. He drove into the lane. He had the defender all over him, and he pivoted, pump faked, and drew the foul. It happened before the shot, so Van Buren will inbound underneath their own basket.
Gary Summers with his first foul, team 6. Crawley inside the free throw line and
partially
puts up a
blocked
shot.
that time by Alan Flanagan. He goes down. The refs are looking at each other saying, hey, what's the call? Got a foul against Sledge.
Foul's going against Van Buren. His first, team second. That's Crowley's first, team second. 6:40 to go in the second quarter. Flanagan deep in the backcourt, gets to Bowman across the timeline, loses the handle on it, picks it up. Summers has it. Gets it down to Bowman for a quick release 3. Will not go. Flanagan tips it around. The ball off of Flanagan's hands. Will go over to Van Buren with 6:26 to go. 20-17. Dexter on top of Van Buren.
It's been a fun game to watch. Both teams really going at each other hard. And looks like to me this one may be tied to the end.
Betts has the ball. Gets it to Robertson, to Newberry. Ooh. Off of Summers' hands.
Summers,
as he and Zane Betts
get a foul on him that time.
Yep.
I tell you what, Bill, Van Buren's got good ball movement on their half-court offense. They move the ball around and do a good job.
They've got great spacing.
Yes.
And that's what lets them move.
They move well.
They do a lot of high screening to free somebody up going down the lane. Good move that time by Crawley, but a good block on defense by Flanagan. Summers with the ball. Down to Stoker. Stoker back out to Summers. Bowman tried to go inside to Flanagan. Kicked out of bounds by Betts of the Bulldogs. 5:53 to go in this second quarter.
I would
2017.
think that Alan Flanagan would be a tough kid to shoot over there in the lane. With his height and jumping ability, he's pretty imposing.
Flanagan's posted up inside. Wants the ball. He gets it. Goes up with it. Will not go. Rector off his hands. Betts comes away with it for the Bulldogs. 5:35 left in the second quarter.
Flanagan made the mistake of putting the ball on the ground, on the floor as he got it in the middle.
Rector puts one up. Will not go. Betts with the rebound. Gets the ball out to Newberry. Loses the handle. Bowman comes away with it. Bowman quickly down the floor. Goes coast to coast. Puts it up. Scores it. John Bowman, good body control. Put the ball up, scored it, gives Dexter a 5-point lead with 5:05 to go in the second quarter.
Good driving basket by Bowman. He's come off the bench, Bill, scored 8 points.
8 points. We have a walking call against Van Buren. Brent Hester in for Gary Summers for the.
Of course, you remember back years ago when the Boston Celtics were successful. They always like to have a good sixth man coming off the bench, and John Havlicek did that for a while and was very successful.
Klaus in for the Bearcats. Bearcats lead by 5.
Somebody to come off and spark you.
Stoker has the ball out front. Bowman for 3, deep in the corner, short. Rebounded by Newberry. This game tonight brought to you by the guy helping bring this game, Senator Rob Mayer.
Well, it's a pleasure, Bill, really is. Heard nothing but great things about your TV telecast, and it's great to be able to help bring this telecast to the people of Southeast Missouri.
Well, it's not only there. It's going to New York, to Jonesboro, Arkansas,
Wow.
Jefferson City, Illinois. We just got them from all over, and we appreciate it.
You betcha.
Mike Duncan checking back in for Zane Betts for the Bulldogs. Free throw put up that time by Newberry will not go. Stoker for three will not go. Flanagan fights for the rebound. It goes off his hands. Bowman in the corner for three will not go. Rebounded by Crawley from Van Buren. He gets the ball to Duncan. Duncan quickly down to Newberry. Newberry puts it up for three. Won't go. Rebounded on the floor by Stoker. Game is picked up.
Really
Action-wise. We got timeout on the floor with 4:02 to go in the second quarter. It's Dexter 22, Van Buren 17. We're going to take a short break. Be right back.
I chose Three Rivers Community College because it's a great place to start.
I'm taking the same freshman and sophomore classes as at a university, but at TRCC they cost a lot less and financial aid goes further. I love the individual attention. My teachers are great and classes are convenient. Learn more at www.trcc.edu or call 877-TRY-TRCC.
Start here, start now at Three Rivers Community College.
Learn more online at trcc.edu.
Well, welcome back again. Three Rivers Community College been a long-time sponsor with YHC, and we appreciate them. Also, Lincoln Lacey in Malden, New Wave Communications, Shelter Insurance, Brock Williams Agent, and First Midwest Bank in Dexter. 4 minutes to go. Dexter with the ball, 5-point lead. Summers has it to Hester, over to Stoker. Gets it to Klaus. Klaus skips it all the way across to Hester, inside to Flanagan, to Stoker from 8. Will not go. Klaus with a rebound. He's going to be tied up. Ball goes over to Van Buren on the alternate jump.
Well, you saw that just a few seconds ago, Bill, where the ball went inside to Flanagan. They actually dropped 3 men down on him, triple teamed him, got it out to Brandon Stoker, and Brandon missed the shot. But that's a shot he's got to take and make.
Flanagan brings the ball down, goes in, puts it up, scores it. What a power move by Alan Flanagan, the 6'5 junior.
It's amazing how well he moves for that size.
I tell you, he's a good wingman also. He shoots the ball well from 3, handles the ball well, but because of his size, he has to play inside. We've got a charge foul against Chris Robertson of Van Buren, his first, team's third. 3:14 to go. Van Buren's in the bonus.
Yeah, Alan Flanagan took that charge. He got
sure
good
did.
position, and Robertson ran into him and picked up the foul. Now Dexter has a chance to expand their lead.
Hester with the ball. Gets it in the corner to Klaus. Klaus to Flanagan. Flanagan puts one up from 4, scores it. Flanagan had that ball up high. He never brought it down.
No, he didn't. That's a nice touch, soft touch, arching shot. Hit nothing but net.
Duncan with the ball. Dexter in that press. Gets it to Rector. Rector at the timeline. Comes across.
Bearcats got their biggest lead of the night, 9 points, and now they get the ball back on a turnover.
Yeah. Rector tried to hit Ricker, and Ricker broke the other way.
I wonder if Van Buren's getting a little winded, Bill. They've only played, I think, seven kids thus far in the first half.
Well, Dexter's running them in and out.
Yeah, they are.
Stoker to Klaus. Klaus looks inside. Gets it to Summers, to Stoker, to Hester. Hester goes in, puts up a 12-footer short. Klaus tips the ball around, saves it, but out of bounds.
Good hustle by Klaus. He just didn't stand there. He pursued that offensive rebound, just couldn't come up with it. Goes off his hands and out of bounds, and so Van Buren gets it back with 2:27 left to go here in the first half, and Dexter up by 9 points.
Crawley to inbound for the Bulldogs. Gets the ball to Duncan. Duncan back to Crawley. Crawley to Newberry to Crawley. Across the timeline. Duncan has it in the corner. Dexter's defense is taking a toll on Van Buren.
Bill.
Rector all the way out front. Newberry thought about it, pulled it back. Crawley has it. Skips it to Rector. We're under 2 minutes left in the half. Rector to Betts. Van Buren in a weave. We got a
him with
walking
walk.
call.
Now the Dexter defense is starting to play havoc on the Van Buren Ball Club. And we've seen several turnovers here the last few minutes.
1:46 to go in this first half. Stoker brings the ball up the court for the Bearcats. Gets it to Hester. Down in the corner to Klaus. Klaus skips it to Summers. Inside, nice bounce pass to Flanagan. He puts it up, scores it.
Oh, wow.
Flanagan, what a great jump shot. He fouled to go to the line. Try to convert on that three-point play.
Had three guys all over him. Bill got the ball in the paint. Went up strong. Looked like he kind of hesitated there at the last minute and shot. And
looked like he shot it
drew
on the
foul.
way down.
Yeah, he did. He actually
good
shot
arch.
the ball on the way down. Great body control, great touch. You look at the way he shoots the ball, he does a great job.
Yep. Flanagan now with 7 1/4, 13 in the game. Foul that time was on Duncan, his second, team's fourth. Newberry with the ball, pushes it to Belts. Rector has it, top of the key, gets it back to Newberry for three. Scores it.
Wow, that might have been an NBA three there.
Daniel Newberry with his first basket, a big three, 29-20.
They really needed that one. It'd been a while since they'd scored.
1:10 to go in the second quarter. Flanagan gets it to Klaus, who gets it to Stoker, down in the corner to Summers. Good ball movement, inside to Flanagan. He's taking charge of this game. He goes in and scores it. Going to go to the line to try to convert on that
He went strong
play.
to the basket. There was going to be no denying him that bucket, and he knocked it off the glass very gently and drew the foul. He's quite a guy inside.
Yep.
You better have somebody with a lot of athleticism to guard him if you're going to keep him from scoring.
St. Bet's call for the foul, his first. Flanagan converts on a three-point
Yeah,
play.
you got to love his shooting for him. He just puts nice arch, good backspin on it. Really nice touch for anybody, but especially for a big man. Got a little aggressive there, though.
Tried to steal the ball and just got started a little bit late. Flanagan called for his first foul of the game. Going to the line for a 1-and-1 will be Sledge Crawley. Crawley is 0 for, or pardon me, it's Zane Betts. He's 0 for 3 from the line tonight. He has 4 points.
He missed on the front end. Bill, I got to believe this full court pressure and tough defense the Bearcats have put on Van Buren is really causing them to fatigue. Wow, there's a three-pointer by Stoker.
Stoker from the corner for three.
Biggest lead of the afternoon, 15 points.
Dexter with a takeaway. Flanagan has it down the court. He goes inside, stops, puts it up, pops. Alan Flanagan is taking control as he has 12 points in this quarter, 18 in the game.
He handles the ball pretty well,
yes,
too, doesn't he?
That's what I say. He can play the wing position at 6'5", but because of his height, he has to play inside for the Bearcats. He can shoots the ball well from the outside. He has good three-point range, but he handles himself well inside. Flanagan, great defense. Dexter with a chance to score again before the half. Good ball movement to Hester, to Klaus, to Flanagan, outside to Summers with 12 seconds remaining. Stoker now with the ball.
Well, you got to give the Bearcats credit. They knew the situation and circumstances, pulled it back and played for last shot of the half.
Flanagan with the ball, puts up a long three, will not. That does go, gets the bounce. Wow.
Everything's going his way and the Bearcat way.
That ends the first half of play with Dexter on top of Van Buren, 39-20. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back in just a moment.
Hey, I'm Kurt Hillis at Lincoln Lacey Chevrolet. We've got a full line of GMC, Chevrolet, and Buick products. I'll pass it over to my Ford man, Charlie Thacker.
GM's not your thing? Come check us out here at the Ford Dodge Jeep store. Check out my man Blake on the internet, LincolnLacey.com.
If you don't have time to come down to Malden, check us out on Cars.com or AutoTrader.com, and if you need financing, I'm going to pass it to my man Robert Sandage.
And our ultimate goal here at Lincoln Lacey, no matter your situation, is to pass the savings on to you.
Hi, I'm Paula Hutchcraft with First Midwest Bank. Never before has the difference between your local community bank and the big Wall Street banks been more apparent.
Thank you for calling First Midwest Bank. How may I help you?
There is a difference. First Midwest Bank. Our common sense philosophy has kept us safe, secure, and well capitalized without any government help. First Midwest Bank is a real community bank. I should know. I've been with them for 34 years.
Shelter Insurance has covered a lot of miles and a lot of cars and drivers since 1946. We like knowing we have you covered, so you can just sit back and enjoy the ride. Seek shelter today.
Well, welcome back. It's halftime at the 53rd Bloomfield Christmas Tournament. Game 5 between the Dexter Bearcats, Van Buren Bulldogs. Dexter on top, 39-20. Rob, good first half by the Bearcats.
Was a good first half by the Bearcats, especially in the second quarter. They outscored Van Buren 21-7. And I think, as I mentioned during the broadcast, I believe the Bearcats wore them down there, especially about the midway through the second quarter to the end.
I thought Alan Flanagan really took control of the game, but again, he had a lot of work, help from his team getting the ball inside to him, and when he did, he took it one-on-one or 1 against 3 and really handled himself well.
He did extremely well. He's got good athletic ability, good basketball skills. He's got good form on his shot. He can do it all, and he displayed it, especially there in the second quarter. I think people got a good illustration of what he can do as a ball player.
Well said, well said. Let's go over the scoring right quick. First half for the Dexter Bearcats, Alan Flanagan with 22 points, 8 to John Bowman, 4 to Taylor Gerald, 3 to Brandon Stoker, and 2 to Gary Summers. Dexter 3 for 3 from the free throw line. For the Van Buren Bulldogs, 7 points to Sledge Crawley, 6 to Cody Rector, 4 to Zane Betts, and 3 to Daniel Newberry. Van Buren 0 for 5 from the free throw line. Dexter up by 19 surprises me. Not that they're up, but by as close as that first quarter was, and the way Van Buren kept coming back in the game. Matter of fact, it was 18-17, and then Dexter went on a run.
Well, the Bearcats took the Van Buren team out of their Bulldogs out of their game. They had trouble as they got the ball into the half court. The Bearcat half court defense was pretty stiff, created a lot of turnovers. The Bearcats handled the ball well on the break. After they stole the ball, they handled it well, took care of it, moved the ball well in their half-court offense, and really played a superb second quarter. I mean, as I mentioned earlier, they outscored the Bulldogs 21-7 in the second quarter. It was close up to early part of the second quarter. Then they pulled away.
Well, we're going to take another short break, and we're going to visit with Brock Williams, one of the sponsors of the game tonight, or today. It's still daylight outside. And we'll be right back with Brock. Well, welcome back, and with me, Brock Williams, shelter agent here in Bloomfield.
Bloomfield, Missouri, that's right.
Yep. Glad to have you on board. I've known this young man since 1995.
That's correct.
We've
it's
had
been a long time.
We've had some fun times since then. My son and you. You were the national president of Beta Club, state president, and my son Billy Bob, or Bill as we call him now, he was the vice president. You two guys went a lot of places, did a lot of things together.
We did some traveling, that's for sure.
Let's talk about your the shelter agent here in Bloomfield. How long have you been a shelter agent?
I've been an agent for about 3.5 years. Before that, I've actually been with the company since 2002.
Really?
And I was an adjuster for about 5 years, and then swapped over to the agent world, and it's been a good transition.
Well, the nice thing about it, I was in the insurance business for 27 years, and to have the expertise about claims, being an adjuster for 5 years, that's got to be a great advantage changing over to be an agent. You can tell people what's covered and what's not.
That's very true. It's been a big help, especially since, as you know, the ice storms we've had the last couple of years and things like that. People just want to know what's going on, and that I've experienced it from that side of the world, and it helps a lot, and makes answering the questions that people have a lot smoother.
Tell you what, folks, if you've not been by his office, you need to stop by. I don't know the address, but I know where it is because when you go by, they've always got something in there to eat.
Right. Well, yeah, I didn't get this from just looking at it. So
I tell you that the peanut brittle that we got, I was going to take some of that home to Connie, and I didn't make it.
Poor Connie.
It's very good. Brock, what's your phone number and what's your location?
We're 312 East Shawnee, and that's here in Bloomfield. It's actually right behind the on-the-go gas station at the four-way stop in Bloomfield on 25. And our phone number is 573-568-2164. Come by and see us.
Come by and see Brock Williams. Thanks for coming on board, supporting YHC and the 53rd Bloomfield Christmas Tournament. A great guy. He'll be stopping by from time to time during these games to talk to us. So stop by and see Brock. Tell him how much you appreciate him bringing the games and talk to him about your insurance needs. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back for the second half in just a moment. Well, welcome back. I'm Bill Hampton along with Senator Rob Mayer, helping bring a ball game tonight. This guy has been on the radio for many, many games. He said his first televised game. It's fun, isn't it, Rob?
Well, it is fun. You know, I've done hundreds of games on the radio. Started back when I was, I guess, a junior in high school, Bill. It's been a while ago. I just got an email from Ronnie Adams. He just wants to pass along that he really appreciates your televising the Bloomfield Christmas Tournament.
Well, we
thank you for that, Ronnie.
Appreciate it, Ronnie.
Yep, sure do.
I tell you, they should charge us triple to come in here to do the game. As much fun as we have.
Well, it's a great service to the area, Bill. You're doing great work, and there's nothing like watching a game.
Well, we've got a good team at YHC. We've got a lot of young ladies that come in and co-anchor the news with Tyler at noon. And Tyler Wagner, my partner, does a wonderful job. He's done a lot of training on the TriCaster and trained people to work that. And our producer tonight, Greg Swartz, was an intern this past summer. Just graduated from Southeast Missouri State last week. Also, Krista Creasy, she goes to St. Louis Baptist up in St. Louis and is an intern on Fridays and Mondays and agreed to help us out for this tournament. She's on camera tonight. And we'll have Corey Martin on the camera tonight. He's a former intern. So we've had several interns that come and help us, and we're glad to help them. Second half just starts. Gerald gets the ball in to Wyndham. Ball passed around. Flanagan keeps the ball alive by tipping it out. Gerald at the top of the key to Wyndham, to Summers on the wing. Stoker drives, gets it over to Summers, who passes into Flanagan. Flanagan, one of his first misses of the night. Ball taken down the court by the Bulldogs. Just underway in the second half. The Bulldogs trail by 19. Betts gets the ball to Duncan. What nice defense, but Stoker still with the ball, goes in, puts it up, shields that body. What a great move by Brandon Stoker.
Wow, great body control by Brandon Stoker. He actually initiated the contact and was able to keep the basketball away from the defender with his left hand as he laid it up there. That was a tough shot.
I want to tell you, that was a great move to get that body out there. He misses a free throw. Gerald with a rebound over Rector, puts it up, scores it.
Big, strong offensive rebound off the missed free throw, and now it's 43-20. And a lot of people will tell you these first 3 or 4 minutes of a third quarter are big in a basketball game. Now another steal by Wyndham of Dexter.
Gets the ball down to Summers. Summers drives in, inside the lane, puts up a jump shot, gets it to go.
Everything bouncing Dexter's way this afternoon, Bill.
Hustle does a lot of that.
It does.
Rector with the ball in the back court. Brings it across the timeline.
They double team him there. You know, in that first quarter, we never thought Dexter would be up by 25 early in the third quarter, would we?
No. Duncan with the ball to Newberry. Newberry still with a dribble.
Dexter really extending that defensive pressure, coming all the way out, putting pressure on their point guard.
Duncan is going to be fouled. Foul's going to go against Brandon Stoker, his second, team's first of the second half. One thing about Dexter, and again, I'm not taking up or doing anything about Dexter, but a lot of saying anything about them versus anybody else. But Dexter has played an extremely tough schedule. I mean, they've been pressured, hammered, and they come into this tournament. Nice running layup that time by Stoker.
Wow, Stoker's came out in this second half and really put on a couple really nice plays offensively.
But Dexter's played some tough basketball, and they come in this tournament. They're ready for action. Crawley with a drive, will not go, but the foul's going to be on Flanagan's.
There's no doubt about it. They play a tough schedule, Bill. I mean, they played Sykeston a couple of times, Jackson. I think Notre Dame.
Yep. Poplar Bluff.
So I mean, they're playing the best teams in Southeast Missouri, and anytime you do that, why, you know, it's tough to win all those type of games.
Sledge Crowley with the first free throw will not go. He'll get the second one. The foul was on Flanagan, his second, team's second for Dexter for this half. Van Buren 0 for 6 from the free throw line.
That's really hurt them too this afternoon.
There's their first one. Crawley now has 8 in the game. Summers with the ball. Across the timeline to Flanagan at the top of the key. He thought about it. Stoker out front. He's going to drive. Puts one up. Will not go. Flanagan runs in. Ball off his fingertips. Duncan quickly down the floor for Van Buren. Passes the ball out of bounds behind Newberry. 5:19 to go in this third quarter. Again, Rob Mayer and Bill Hampton bring you the game. We've got a timeout on the floor. With that, we'll take a break. Be right back.
Shelter Insurance has covered a lot of miles and a lot of cars and drivers since 1946. We like knowing we have you covered, so you can just sit back and enjoy the ride. Seek shelter today.
Well, welcome back. Quick timeout by Van Buren. Dexter will inbound the ball. Stoker will bring it up the court. 5:15 to go in this third quarter. Flanagan at the top of the key. Dishes off to Summers. Nice inlet pass. Oh, wow.
Wow. He got position. They got him the ball, got around his man, and two-handed slam dunk.
I'd say that was an
Hell
exclamation
crowd.
point. Yeah, he got position to win in, and no doubt about it, he was going to take people with him if they wanted to hang on.
And now
Ball
Van Buren
passed out of
turns it over
bounds by
again.
Van Buren.
Bulldogs have had a tough time since early in the second quarter. They've only scored 1 point here in the third quarter, Bill.
Right. Robertson in for Duncan for the Bulldogs. 49-21. You'll want to catch that on a replay. We'll have replays of all these games on YHC at later dates.
Think Mom and Dad will enjoy watching that one again?
I think they will. Flanagan with a turnaround jumper. Will not go. Gerald with the long rebound. Gets the ball out to Stoker for three. Will not go. Flanagan with the rebound. Puts it on the floor. Puts it up. Will not go. Tipped around. Gerald with a rebound. Scores it. Gerald now with 4 1/4, 8 in the game.
Bearcats really hitting the offensive boards very hard, playing good defense. Wyndham with a steal, and his driving shot is knocked away, and he picks up a foul. He'll go to the line.
What great hustle by Gary Summers. He stole a ball and still had the presence of mind as he was falling down to get the ball over to Wyndham. Wyndham drives in, going to be fouled. We got timeout with 4:17 left in the third quarter. 51-21, Bearcats on top of the Bulldogs. We'll take a short break, be right back.
Hi, I'm Paula Hutchcraft with First Midwest Bank. Never before has the difference between your local community bank and the big Wall Street banks been more apparent.
Thank you for calling First Midwest Bank. How may I help you?
There is a difference. First Midwest Bank. Our common sense philosophy has kept us safe, secure, and well capitalized without any government help. First Midwest Bank is a real community bank. I should know. I've been with them for 34 years.
Welcome back. Boy, Dexter's come out hot. They've outscored Van Buren 12-1 in the first 3 minutes and 43 seconds of the third period. Wyndham to the line to shoot two. Wyndham has not scored in this game. Gets the free throw to roll in.
Bill, putting this in perspective, the Bulldogs have only scored 8 points since the first quarter.
Second one in and out. Rector with the rebound for Van Buren. Crawley with the ball. Good ball movement by Van Buren. They're just not getting a lot of offense going, but they've got great ball movement. Duncan inside. Can't get it to go. Wyndham with the rebound.
You can't fault them for their effort. They're still out there working hard.
Flanagan with the ball. Gets it to Wyndham. Now, Ryan Wyndham doesn't do a lot of scoring, but he does a lot of things for the Bearcats. He has the ball go off his foot out of bounds, but he does a lot of things. He
He's
gets
a good
lot of
young
rebounds.
man. Played that way on the football team.
Yep.
Just an outstanding wide receiver. Not blazing speed, but ran good patterns.
Yes.
And played as a team member and really made a lot of contributions to the football team, just like he does here on the basketball court.
Klaus in for the Bearcats, also Duncan in for the Bulldogs.
Bearcats continue to apply full court pressure, Bill, and that has really worn down the Bulldogs here this afternoon.
Yes. It has really changed the tempo of the game, and that's what a press will do. It's not necessarily turnovers, it's just to put the tempo in the way you want the game to go. I mean, you want that turnover, but that's not the number one thing. There's a turnover right there as Newberry tried to hit Rector underneath. Wyndham with the takeaway. Summers has it to Wyndham. Wyndham thinking about it. Gives it to Flanagan. Flanagan backs it out. Gets it to Summers. Summers breaks in, puts it up, will not go. Tipped up a Klaus, scores it. Garrett Klaus with his first two, 54-21, 3 minutes left in the third quarter.
You know, offensive rebounding is simply the desire to get it done and position yourself where you need to be for when the ball comes off the backboard. And Klaus was right there and got 2 points. Got the rebound and 2 points.
Well said. Stoker with a takeaway. Puts it up. Will not go. Rebounded by Summers. He gets it to Wyndham. Back to Summers. Summers in the corner for three. Will not go. Flanagan tips the ball around. Rector comes away with it for the Bulldogs. Down to 2 minutes, 20 seconds left in the third quarter. Betts from the corner, long shot, put up, no good, off Rector's hands, out of bounds. Dexter will control. Bowman and Hester checking in for the Bearcats. Going out is Stoker and Wyndham.
Bearcats have used their bench liberally this afternoon, and those players have come in and not missed a beat, actually.
Well, Coach Nichols has 8, 9 guys he can go to, and there's not a lot of difference in them. Flanagan naturally is the key. But when these other teams have stronger and bigger guys, they just collapse on Flanagan, and that's where the Bearcats are going to have to start hitting from the outside.
There's
Flanagan,
another jumper from Allen just beyond the free throw line.
Flanagan with 4 1/4, 26 in a game, 1:45 to go. He feels it today. You can tell that.
Yeah, it's coming to him pretty naturally. He's not forcing it. He's doing this in the flow of the game.
Checking in for the Bearcats is Logan Roby. Going out as Summers. Roby is a 5'11 junior. Had a jump ball called that time, and it's going to be alternate possessions. Ball stays with Van Buren. Betts will inbound. Zane Betts, a 5'8 junior. Ball out front to Duncan. Duncan for 3. Right it down.
Wow. Nice
Mike
long 3 by Michael Duncan. Only the 4th point of the 3rd quarter for the Bulldogs.
Roby had the ball stripped out of his hands. Trying to get it back. He fouls Michael Duncan. That's Roby's first foul. Team's 4th. Van Buren will control on the side with 1:23 left in this 3rd quarter. 56-24. Newberry to Betts. Betts working against Klaus. He gets around, he puts it up. Nice drive, can't get it to go. Ball off Bowman's hand. Flanagan picks it up. Gets it down to Roby, to Flanagan. Flanagan, good head fake, drives, puts it up, will not go. Klaus with a rebound, puts it up, scores it. Garrett Klaus, a big rebound, a 6'1 junior.
Another offensive rebound and a putback for Klaus. Positioned himself where he needed to be, and the ball came off long and hard off the backboard. He put it right back up in and scored.
Duncan with the ball, gets it over to Betts. To Newberry. Newberry for a long 3, will not go. Bowman with the rebound. Bowman still the ball, gets it to Flanagan. Flanagan gets it off to Hester. Hester drives in to Roby, puts it up, scores it.
Wow, that was some good team effort there.
Yes.
Flanagan giving it up, and then finally getting it up to
Roby
for the 2 points.
Yeah.
A lot of unselfishness there by the Bearcats.
Nice move that time by Robertson. Can't get it to go. Ball out of bounds. Off of Dexter. Will stay with Van Buren. Flanagan going out to a nice hand. Well deserved. Walt Phillips in.
Boy, I tell you, Flanagan has had a game. How many did he end up with, Bill?
26. 26. Had a great game. 3 for 3 from the line. Bowman with a takeaway. Goes coast to coast. Puts it up. As the horn goes off. Scores
got it before the buzzer sounded.
John Bowman now has 10 in the game. 62-24. Getting ready to start the 4th quarter. We'll be right back in just a moment.
Hey, I'm Kurt Hillis at Lincoln Lacey Chevrolet. We've got a full line of GMC, Chevrolet, and Buick products. I'll pass it over to my Ford man, Charlie Thacker.
GM's not your thing? Come check us out here at the Ford Dodge Jeep store. Check out my man Blake on the internet, LincolnLacey.com.
If you don't have time to come down to Malden, check us out on Cars.com or AutoTrader.com, and if you need financing, I'm going to pass it to my man Robert Sanders.
And our ultimate goal here at Lincoln Lacey, no matter your situation, is to pass the savings on to you.
I chose Three Rivers Community College because it's a great place to start.
I'm taking the same freshman and sophomore classes as at a university, but at TRCC they cost a lot less and financial aid goes further. I love the individual attention. My teachers are great and classes are convenient. Learn more at www.trcc.edu or call 877-TRY-TRCC.
Start here, start now at Three Rivers Community College.
Learn more online at trcc.edu.
Well, welcome back. Let's check out. We've got Alan Flanagan with 27 points now. 10 to John Bowman and 8 to Taylor Gerald. 7 to Brandon Stoker. 6 to Ryan Wyndham. 4 each to Gary Summers and Garrett Klaus.
While you were running down the statistics, one of the Bearcats was in the three second lane too long. So whistled for that violation.
Dexter 4 for 5 from the free throw line. Van Buren with the ball. Clock will run the entire fourth quarter unless Walt Phillips with a rebound off the miss by Duncan. Bowman inside the lane, puts it up, right-handed, scores it.
Nice little shot by Bowman in the lane. He used his right hand that time.
Yep, he's a lefty. Clock will run unless Van Buren can cut the lead into get less than 30 in the fourth quarter. And the only time it will stop is during a timeout or an injury. Klaus with the rebound, gets it to Hester. Hester down to Bowman. Bowman runs the floor, puts it up right-handed again, scores it.
Wow, good body control, good move that time by John Bowman.
John Bowman with 4 1/4, 14 in the game. 6:47 left in this contest. This is game number 5. 3 games remain in the first day. Glad that you folks have joined us.
Tell you what, you got to say, Bill, that this Dexter defense has been a key to this victory as Bowman gets another easy layup.
Bowman's got 6 1/4, 16 in the game, 68-24. And he's just been in the right place, and his body control has allowed him to knock them down.
This defense has been relentless by the Bearcats, and they've got numerous turnovers. Really taking Van Buren out of their half-court game.
Betts inside, has the ball stripped. We're going to have a jump ball. It will stay with Van Buren. Checking in for the Bearcats.
That's
number
Tyler
33.
Miller, sophomore, coming in, Bill.
Okay. Tyler Miller checking in for the Bearcats for John Bowman. We've got a timeout on the floor. We'll take a short break, and we'll be right back.
So you're wondering what's the better deal, cable or the dish? Well, let's see how they size up. The dish has no local office, no ability to provide their own high-speed internet or phone for bundled savings, and can require a 2-year contract with hefty early termination fees. Cable, on the other hand, has local offices, its own high-speed internet, and phone services with a lot of great features. New Wave Communications, there really is no better choice.
Well, welcome back. Dexter going to get their second win of the season. 5:48 to go. Van Buren with the ball. Crawley gets it down to Duncan for 3. Will not go. Tipped around. Walt Phillips gets the ball tipped over to Hester. Hester down the floor. Gets it to Miller. Miller inside to Klaus. Will not go. Rebounded by Rector. Van Buren on the run. Newberry with a stutter step. Going to be fouled by Klaus. Only the 14th foul against the Bearcats this half. So Van Buren will inbound on the side.
This time a type of large lead gives the Bearcats an opportunity to get some guys into the game, get some playing time. That's always good.
Yes.
They work hard during practice all year long. Wow.
Nice 3 put up that time by Crawley as he bangs it home. He now has 11 in the game. 68-27, 4:45 to go. Roby with the ball. Gets it to Miller. To Hester. Hester to Roby. Roby for the free throw line. Quick release. Will not go. Tipped around. Klaus has it. Puts it up. Will not go. Roby comes away with it. He's going to bring the ball up the court. That's Rector instead of Roby. Rector with the ball. Crawley now. Gets it to Betts. Betts back to Crawley. Drives along the baseline. Nice dish off. The Betts couldn't get it to go, but he stayed with it, tipped it up and in.
Wow, that was a good pass by Crowley.
I get excited about good passing.
Yeah, it shows unselfishness.
Yes. Walt Phillips inside, going to be fouled, go line, shoot 2. Brent Hester with the drive, looked like it's going to shot block, just wrapped that ball around. The defender gave it to Phillips. Phillips put it up, got fouled. 3:50 to go in the game, clock running. Walt Phillips to the line to shoot 2.
Looks like the Bearcats have got some substitutes going to come in here. Number 4, that's Daniel Fitz, and number 12 is Jordan Fitz. Also number 12. I don't know if I've got that. I don't think that's Josh Sifford. Okay, no, that's Jordan Fitz.
Yeah,
and then
that's
Daniel
the Twins.
Fitz is 4.
Right. Second by Phillips is good.
And then Jacob Lee is in the game for the Bearcats. Number 34.
Clock running, 69-29. 3:05 to go in the game. Newberry with the ball. Gets it to Duncan. Duncan puts up a soft jumper, will not go. Rebounded by Miller. And who is this with the ball?
That is Jordan Fitz. Gets
Okay.
it to his brother Daniel.
They're
Puts
twins.
up about a 10-footer, in and out. Missed it. Rebound pulled out of there by Duncan. Kicks it out to Crowley. Crowley drives the left baseline. Stopped. Tried to get it out front. Picked off by the Fitz. Here comes Jordan. A driving left-handed shot. Knocked it down. Wow. That was pretty, wasn't it, Bill?
It was. Good move.
2:26 remains in the fourth quarter. Bearcats have a commanding lead. Out front, they give it to Duncan. Duncan beyond the three-point line. Gives it to Crowley in the lane. Drives.
Good move.
Turnaround shot. Banked it off the glass. Scored it. Nice shot by Sledge.
Yeah, it's 5 1/4, 13 in the game. Going ahead.
Bearcats by 40. Daniel Fitz has it knocked away. Picked up by Crowley, and he quickly comes to the front court. Put it behind his back. Pulls up. 10-footer
Wow.
off the glass. Scored.
Where's
Tell
he
you
been?
what, he's come alive, hasn't he?
Man, he's made 2 great moves.
He really has. Dexter quickly the other way. Out front, they give it to Jake Lee. Lee to Miller. Miller to Daniel Fitz. Fitz back to Phillips out front. Down low, they give it to Lee.
Good move.
Turn around, scoop shot.
Good move.
Knocked it down.
Well, we're seeing some good basketball here from
That
guys
kid's
who
a
don't
sophomore.
get. Yeah. Good move.
Clock continues to tick. Robertson gives it back to Duncan. Slings it off to the wing to Duncan. His three-pointer missed. Rebound picked off the floor by Jordan Fitz. He comes to the front court with a left-handed dribble, and he's fouled, and I think the foul is going to go against Michael Duncan.
Checking in for Van Buren, Zach Ricker. He's a 6'1 junior. Wears number 5. Going out is number 40, Dylan Napier. Clock still runs. We're under a minute to go in the game. Miller will inbound for the Bearcats.
Bearcats' Tyler Miller brings it in to Daniel Fitz. It's been all Bearcats, Bill, since the end of the first quarter. They get it down low to Phillips. He's double teamed,
Good
puts it
move.
up strong, and knocked it off the glass and scored. What a strong move by Phillips of Dexter. Crowley.
Newberry with a three-pointer.
Newberry won't go. Ball goes out of bounds, and I believe one of the Van Buren Bulldogs carried it out of bounds. Well, Bill, it's going to happen just as they predicted.
So far, all the seeded teams have gone on to go to the championship bracket.
Looks like Daniel Fitz from
Wow.
3. He got it.
Just inside,
They said
just
it's
inside
2.
the line.
So the sophomore gets that last shot down.
That ends the game. The Bearcats come away with their second victory of the year as they defeat the Van Buren Bulldogs 77-33. We'll be right back to wrap this game up in just a moment. Well, welcome back. Dexter Bearcats come away with a big victory, 75-33 over Van Buren. Rob, you summed it up the best when you said after the first quarter, Van Buren only scored 20 points in the last 3 quarters. That's averaging less than 7 points a quarter.
Well, there's no doubt that Dexter's full court pressure, their half court defense really wore down the Bulldogs, and I think they were fatigued, and it was all Dexter, and of course a big afternoon for Alan Flanagan, and several other Bearcats came in and performed well, and it was just a good victory for them.
Well, let's give you the scoring real quickly for the Bearcats, and we're just going to give them to you in order as we have them, not point totals. Brandon Stoker, a fine floor game with 7 points. Daniel Fitz comes off the bench, scores right there as the horn goes off with 2. Ryan Wyndham with 1. Gary Summers with 4. Jordan Fitz with 2. 27 to Alan Flanagan. 2 to Logan Roby. 16 to John Bowman. Garrett Klaus with 4. Walt Phillips with 3. Jake Lee with 2. Taylor Jarrell with 8. Free throw wise, Dexter was 5 for 7 from the line. For the Van Buren Bulldogs, 15 points to Sledge Crowley, 6 to Cody Rector, 6 to Zane Betts, 3 each to Daniel Newberry and to Mike Duncan. Free throw wise, Van Buren 1 for 7. Closing comments.
Well, Bill, you had to give it to the Dexter defense. They came out and applied pressure full court, really hounded the Bulldogs on the half court, and came up with a number of turnovers and were able to convert those into points. And they just had a little much for the Bulldogs here this afternoon.
Yep. Senator Rob Mayer, thanks for coming on and helping us out.
Hey, it's a pleasure, Bill. It's always great to get to see some high school basketball and be here at Bloomfield for the Christmas tournament.
Well, we enjoyed having you again. For our producer today, Greg Swartz, our camera person, Krista Creasy. I'm Bill Hampton. If you're out and about on the roadways, we ask you to put those seatbelts on. We know you're going to be much safer, and we want to see you at a game. Tell our sponsors how much you appreciate them bringing tonight's game or today's game. This game was brought to you by Three Rivers, by Lincoln Lacey Motors, New Wave Communications, Shelter Insurance, Brock Williams, the agent, and First Midwest Bank. Don't forget, folks, live today, learn from yesterday, look forward to tomorrow. Wait till next game. We'll see you later.